Hello everyone, I am Aldea D. Kali and this is the continuation of our report which is the late adulthood, and now we have the vocational adjustment, vocational to retirement, and adjustment to changes in family life in old age. So now first we have the vocational adjustment in old age. So, mas interesado yung mga matatandang lalaki sa mga study jobs kaysa sa promotion. Kasi parang nare-realize nila na hindi na darating yung promotion or yung promotion na yun. Kaya mas masaya sila sa mga trabaho nila compared sa mga batang lalaki. Kahit na malapit na silang mag-retire, hindi nito naapektuhan ng kanilang attitude sa trabaho basta ine-enjoy nila ang ginagawa nila. Even yung mga babaeng hindi nagtatrabaho noon dahil like abala sila sa mga gawaing bahay or pag-aalaga ng mga anak nila, madalas na bumabalik sila sa trabaho sa middle age nila. Nakikita nila ito bilang compensation para sa mga responsibilities nila sa family nila. Pero mas mababa pa rin ang satisfaction nila sa trabaho nila compare sa mga lalaki. Kasi yung mga trabaho nila na available sa kanila ay like parang mas kaunti at hindi kasing challenging ng mga trabaho ng mga matatandang lalaki na nagbabago ng career. Now, in vocational adjustment in old age, we have attitudes toward work, vocational opportunities for older workers, and appraisal of older workers. Ang attitudes toward work ng buhay natin, ang trabaho ay parang tinuturing natin na kailangan natin or necessity para sa financial stability at personal fulfillment ng buhay natin. So, habang tumatanda ang tao, nagbabago ang reason nila or nagbabago yung reason natin sa pagtatrabaho. May mga tao na nagko-continue na nagtatrabaho para sa pera, habang ang iba naman ay para maging engaged or active para sa sense of identity nila. Sa pagiging old, nagiging challenge ito dahil nagsisimula ng humina yung mga kalusugan or health nila at may possibility na mag-retire na sila. So, para sa marami, ang trabaho ay hindi tungkol sa career advancement, kundi sa pagpapanatili ng sense of purpose. Now, we have vocational opportunities for older workers. So, kapag nawawalan ng trabaho yung mga matatanda, hindi ito palaging dahilan or yung reason nila is hindi sa mga pagkakamali nila, kundi dahil napakakunti yung opportunities. Mas mahirap makahanap ng trabaho sa middle age at madalas na sa mid to late 50s, parang imposible masyadong makakuha ng bagong trabaho. Kung sakaling makakuha sila ng trabaho, madalas ito ay monotonous at malayo sa kanilang skill at training kaya hindi sila satisfied. The last one, we have appraisal of older workers. Mas sustainable or mas suitable ang mga older worker sa mga trabaho na nangangailangan ng experience at judgment. Ang mga older workers ay madalas na mas maasahan kasi mas mature yung attitude nila at mas may desire na mapanatili yung mga work nila. Mas mababa rin yung possible na mag-cause sila ng accident dahil or kumpara sa mga paniniwala ng iba. Ang pag-ayon ng older workers sa mga co-workers ay hindi rin masyadong parang problema kasi nga mas madali silang makisama compared sa mga compared sa mga younger worker. So, in summary, makikita na ang mga social attitudes laban sa older worker ay hindi naman talaga based sa mga or truth. Next is the conditions limiting employment opportunity for older workers. Compulsory retirement, kadalasan sa mga industry, business, and government agencies is mas nire-require nila sa mga workers na mag-retire at a certain fixed ages, usually between 60 and 70 years old, kasi nga they don't want to hire workers na parang or close to mandatory retirement age dahil sayang yung time at energy and yung expense na gagastusin nila sa training for the job. Hiring policy. When personal department in business and industry are led by the younger people, mas nag-i-increase ang chances ng older workers sa paghanap ng trabaho. Pension plans. There is strong communication or connection between businesses that offer pension plans and their tendency na hindi na mag-retain ng workers over 65 years old. Social attitudes. There is a widespread belief na ang older workers are more prone sa mga accident kasi than the younger workers and that retaining them to learn modern techniques is too costly, kaya disadvantage ito sa older workers na naghahanap ng trabaho. Fluctuations in business cycles. Kapag ang business conditions ay poor, usually ang mga older workers ang unang natatanggal at pinapalitan ng younger workers kapag parang nagiging maayos yung sitwasyon ng ng business. Kind of work. Ang lentong work life ng mga executive is limited by retirement policies. For skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled worker, yung strength nila and speed decline with age at kasabay nito, bumababa rin ang relevance nila sa employers. Pero, if workers own their own business or are in profession, pwede silang magpatuloy sa work hanggat gusto nila. So, our next is adjustment to retirement. Ang retirement is pwede siyang maging voluntary or compulsory, regular or early. So, ang ibang workers ay voluntary silang nagre-retire before pa sa age ng compulsory retirement nila. Ginagawa nila ito kasi dahil sa health nila or gusto nilang mag-focus sa mga fulfilling things kaysa sa trabaho nila. Pero para sa iba naman na sa pilitan yung pagre-retire nila, yung organization na kung saan sila nagwo-work is parang meron silang set na age kung kailan lahat ng workers ay parang kailangang mag-retire kapag na-reach na yung set ng age ng organization na yon. Kahit pa na ayaw pang mag-retire ng mga workers nila. Yung mga gusto namang magpatuloy pero pinilit mag-retire ay kadalasan na parang nafe-feel nila yung resentment at nawawala ng motivation para mag-adjust. Now we have the attitudes toward retirement. Before, konti lang yung naapektuhan ng retirement. Pero ngayon, dahil sa policy ng compulsory na retirement and longer lifespan, it's becoming a major social issue. Kasi every year, lumalawak yung gap between the total lifespan and working years ng men and women na magre-result siya ng longer retirement period. For younger people na super busy with their responsibilities, retirement seem like a golden time. By middle age, mas pinapangarap nila ang yung retirement not only dahil bumibigat yung work nila, but also dahil nare-realize nilang mas mahirap makipag-compete sa mga younger workers. Pero pagdating naman sa actual retirement, it may not be as ideal as expected. Some elderly is nare-realize nila na hindi enough ang pensions to support the life they planned. Napipilitan silang maghanap ng additional income. Ibig sabihin, malaki ang gap ng expectation at reality for many elderly people. Sabi, conditions affecting adjustment to retirement. Generally, if elderly people can stay in their communities and maintain their pre-retirement lifestyle, mas nag-a-adjust sila ng mas better. However, other factors tulad ng financial stability are also important. We also have sex difference in adjustment to retirement. Mas well-adjust ang women compared sa men sa retirement. Bakit? Kasi yung for women, the role change is not as drastic dahil laging may domestic role, married or single. Mas kaunti din ang psychological benefits na nakuha nila from work. So, retirement is parang less traumatic para sa mga women. So, few women hold executive roles. So, di nila mararamdaman na they lost power or prestige. So, like, unmarried women are more socially connected kaya mas madali silang makahanap ng support network. On the other hand, men usually struggle to find new source of fulfillment that work used to provide na parang magkakause sa kanila ng retirement and traumatic na mag-a-adjust sila for more challenging for them. And now, the final is the adjustment to changes in family life in old age. So, as people age, like sa family life natin, nag-iiba talaga yung mga bagay-bagay, lalo na when middle age hits. Tapos, mas kitang-kita pa ang changes kapag nag-retire na, lalo na pag mas bumaba na ang income or namatay na yung asawa sa old age. May iba't ibang adjustment na kailangan gawin ng elderly, lalo na when it comes to family relationship. The 5 most important things they need to adjust sa relationship ay relationship with their spouse, sexual behavior with their offspring, parental dependency, at sa mga apo nila. We have first the relationship with spouse. So, when nag-retire na sila, mas marami silang time sa bahay with their spouse. Kung okay ang relationship nila, masaya sila. Pero kung medyo magulo, lalo lang dumadagdag ang friction. How well they adjust to retirement depende kung may common interest sila. Mga middle to upper class na couples, usually mas marami silang time for each other dahil sa leisure activities. Kapag good ang relationship, malaking factor yan for happiness. Pero if medyo struggle, mas madalas pa silang magkasama, so mas ramdam nila yung friction. Lalo na sa mga retired men na medyo naliligaw, na hindi nila alam ano yung gagawin sa free time nila, they tend to be irritable and critical minsan sa mga asawa nila. Compatibility is key. Especially pag retired na kasi mas madalas silang magkasama compare noon. So, if ever na wala silang common interest, mas challenging. Kaya yung may mga solid na togetherness noon, mas kaya nila i-apply yan sa retirement life nila. Next is changes in sexual behavior. Another thing na kailangan i-adjust ay sa sexual behavior. Mahirap na dahil sa belief na naging leads na aging leads to less sexual interest. But honestly, hindi naman agad nawawala yan. Culture rin natin na mas iniisip na youth equal attractiveness. Kaya minsan medyo discourage ang elderly sa intimacy. For women, minsan mas nagiging interested pa nga sila sa sex after ma-free from the fear of pregnancy. Pero both men and women experience changes. Pero mas malaki pa rin ang interest kaysa sa ini-expect ng society. Maraming factors ang pwedeng maka-affect ng sexual activity, including psychological factors. Now, the common factors na pwede maka-affect sa sexual behavior in old age. So, we have pattern of earlier sexual behavior, like yung mga tao na nakaka-experience ng enjoyment sa sexual behavior at naging sexually active during sa earlier years nila or ng marriage nila, ay nagiging more sexually active sila sa old age compared to sa mga hindi masyadong active noon. Compatibility of spouses. So, kapag may close bond, si husband and wife build on mutual interest and respect, mas strong ang desire ng intercourse compared sa mga may frictional relationship. Social attitudes. Yung mga negative na social attitudes towards sex in old age, minsan nagiging dahilan para ang mga matatanda ay nakakaramdam na ng interest nila sa sexual matters ay parang hindi mabuti o minsan parang perverted pa nga. Marital status. Married people as likely na magpatuloy ang sexual activity hanggang sa old age. Yung mga single, divorce, or namatay ng asawa, usually walang malakas na sex drive para maghanap ng new partners nila. Preoccupation with outside problem. Kapag ang isa o parehong spouses ay masyadong busy with financial, family, o ibang problems, nagiging dahilan ito para mag-weak ang sexual desire nila, or kung kumakain or umiinom sila excessively to escape this problem, lalo pang nagiging weak ang kanilang sexual desire. Last one is over-familiarity. Kapag magkasama ng sobrang tagal ang isang couple, usually nagdeded or namamatay yung kanilang sexual desire sa old age or pagtanda nila. Next is relationship with offspring. Relationship with grown children also change, lalo na with how independent kids are nowadays. They tend to offer less companionship or support than before. Minsan, mahirap din kapag ang elderly person hindi naka-adjust to the growing independence ng anak nila. Usually, mas parang malalim yung relationship ng mothers with their kids compared sa tatay. Kaya minsan, mas may friction between them. But if maayos ang relationship nila until midlife, unlikely na magka-issue in old age. Parental dependency. Another adjustment is parental dependency. Mas mahirap para sa elderly maging dependent sa anak nila. Even if they need financial support, minsan ayaw pa rin nila i-give up ang authority sa mga anak nila. This can lead to tensions, lalo na when grown children are supporting them. Parents who are happily married and have their own interests tend to be less independent emotionally on their kids compared to those na hindi masyadong okay ang marriage. Lastly, relationship with grandchildren change over time. Grandparents tend to have fewer interactions with them as they grow older, especially when the grandchildren is parang nakatira sila sa malayo from the grandparents. So, changes in values and attitude can also create a gap between grandparents and grandchildren, and this can sometimes lead to friction. Pero, despite this, maraming grandchildren ang nakakaramdam ng responsibility towards their grandparent para tumatanda na sila, whether sa pamamagitan ng financial help or just companionship. So, in summary, ang adjustment sa changes ng family life ng old age ay may kinalaman sa pag-maintain ng good relationship sa mga spouses, pag-handle ng changes sa mga sexual behavior, pag-adapt ng bagong relationship with children and grandchildren, at pag-manage ng parental dependency. Those who manage this adjustment will often find more satisfaction sa mga kanilang later years.